Good evening, everyone. I am BeiBei Song, founder and principal of Essinova. You know, when this event was set in motion, it was nerve-wracking for me because I didn't know whether anyone would come. So I'm just taking a moment to look at everyone, and you're all very good-looking to me right now. Before I introduce the program introduce the program in person to you and tell you more about what the Salon series is about, I would like to tell you a little story. About a week ago, I was in a village called Nelim, in the wilderness of northern Finland, about 68 degrees and 350 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. It is a tiny little village of 160 people with no modern industries other than reindeer husbandry, some natural economies, and tourism. But it's known as one of the best spots to see Aurora Borealis, and that's what I was there for. Unfortunately, it was rainy and cloudy all the 3 nights that I was there, so no aurora for me. As disappointing as that was for me, I had an unexpected encounter with a light chaser who has been chasing the lights for 5 years. He made me realize what a rookie I was to expect this, magnificent yet unpredictable natural phenomenon in 3 nights. I, as a stupid tourist, booked special accommodation with see-through bubble roof and scrambled to find some kind of alert system to let me know in time that the aurora was coming. Whereas my Andrew, my new light chaser friend, would have set out throughout the night for 5 hours waiting to photograph if the chances were favorable. Well, the chances were very unfavorable this time, so we ended up chatting about our life and work. And we were struck by chance and synchronicity of a different kind. It turned out that he was a biochemist turned psychotherapist turned business coach for entrepreneurs and executives. We come from different different backgrounds culturally and professionally, but immediately when we understood each other. From thousands of miles away, different parts of the world, we would meet in the Arctic, and we would have this common essence of what we are after, even though our pursuits were very different, in different forms. For me, his otherworldly photographs of the Northern Lights, which he's making into a book with poetry, I found them more astounding than any others that I have seen. And his art searching for spiritual icons in nature was very inventive and original. And for him, my online gallery of science and technology art, which I've been building in the past 3 years as a passion project, was greatly inspiring to him, even though I kept telling him I can't take credit for any of the work there, created by various artists. I simply curate. We were energized by the other person's perspective. My work made him see himself in a different light, being the scientist who's completed by his own artistry and now dedicated to the development of human potential. And for me, his experience validated my instinct to bring more art into business life. He recalled the times when his wise clients invited him to exhibit his art, even though his professional service to them was coaching. And every time the employees were excited and valued the experience. And as we bid each other goodbye, I wished him and his partner better aurora karma for their remaining days in Nelim and their onward journey to Norway. And he wished me success for this salon tonight. I tell you this little encounter because it is a perfect metaphor for why we're here tonight. It occurred to me that the Northern Lights are just like creative pursuits, be it artistic creations, scientific discoveries, or entrepreneurial ventures. They require the conducive environment along with all the elements, the solar winds, the earth-space conditions, and of course persistence, hard work, and a bit of luck, or maybe a lot of luck. The environment may not guarantee results, your desired outcome, which may take patience to achieve. But that environment is also a fertile ground for unexpected yet equally rewarding other kind of outcomes. And that's the kind of environment Essinova is aspiring to create with our art salon series. As Andrew reflected to me from his business coaching career, quite often businesses and people slide into their safe defaults, which may be, as comfortable as they may be, it could be the beginning of slow deaths. And most of the times, employees leave their soul at home and wear masks at work. Art has the capacity to dislodge us from defaults, to open paths less trodden, to reveal the invisible opportunities, and to create the space for more authenticity at work. Well, tonight's program explores the connections between art, science, and innovation through the lens of brain and the mind. The fourth industrial revolution that we have entered, no doubt is going to be driven by the unprecedented scientific and technological advances that we are seeing today. But now more than ever, we need art to help understand what's going on, the complex world that we are living in. Art not only communicates effectively, it also has the power to lead and to build, to help shape the world in more human-centric ways. That human empathy is at the core of SAP's design thinking approach. And so I think the two speakers that I'm presenting to you tonight, I believe will be the great choices to examine these topics tonight.